We're live. Sorry, Discord is like... I could just turn off... I forgot how to turn off that. Whatever. It's not gonna matter.
It's only been a couple of weeks since we streamed last. It's fine.
Oh my god. So both of our names are so long now that when it shows up on stream, it's
I see that.
It's a little weird.
Oh dear.
That's okay. I mean, one's got cookies and one's got blueberries, so I think people will figure it out. This is fine.
They kind of overlap each other when we both show up at the same time.
It's great. Don't worry about it.
We'll have to... I wonder if there's a way we can fix that just for stream.
Probably not, because I had to go through a URL for that. And I don't think they have an option from the website that I get it from to do that. So unless someone in chat does live streaming or does any streaming and they know how to fix that, we're just going to have to deal, or we're going to have to change our names.
Right, we'd have to change our names on stream days.
No in between.
Oh, well.
Oh. Why
it's okay.
Are you so little? Why are you... Oh, dear.
Wah. What do you mean, wah?
There it goes. It's just being really fucking derpy for a second there.
What part was being really derpy?
All of it. The entire clip studio was being derpy.
Oh, okay. Even Clip Studio was like, "You're putting me to work?"
Wow. No, I'm just like...
Yes, we know, Aaron. We know.
There you go. Dude, I look over to my YouTube studio on OBS and it's like, select a stream. And I'm like, I'm streaming now. What do you mean? This is it. Come on.
We know.
Alright. Did you... Aaron. What are you confused about?
They're just really long. They don't conform.
I think Aaron missed like the whole like first half of our complaining about the names.
No, I think the chat is delayed. Oh, maybe she didn't hear the rest of it. Okay.
But I think it was the beginning.
Maybe so. That's okay.
Anyway, shall we get started?
Yes. First of all, apologies to anyone who might drop in. I am sicky, so if I sneeze, I'm gonna try real hard not to do it directly into the mic, and I might cough more than normal, and I might take more water breaks than I usually do, but I'm here, and it's all good. We shall proceed.
I mean, I did offer Jessie to get a lot of rest if she wanted to, but she was like, "No,
you did.
I must not do this to my people again. We must stream."
I'm still just sitting here doing nothing, so
goodness,
I can talk for an hour, I think.
Well, welcome back, everybody. I'm Healthy Melly.
I'm Jess.
Sicky Jessie. And we're back, by the way, after like, I don't know. I feel like this
3 weeks?
This entire year has been like, oh, I'm sorry, I have to cancel because I have another event, blah 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 blah. And oh my god, no, I have to cancel because my dog ran away. I'm just kidding, that never happened.
Even though that never happened.
So it's I'm glad we're back. We're finally take to trying to stream games you should 100% go blind in, meaning no tags, no spoilers, just dive right in with no knowledge about the game whatsoever. I forgot to update the notes, but I already told you what I'm taking out, so I might add something on there if it's not already on there.
Okay.
So
I'll just line out the one you told me you were going to take out because it's still in there.
Okay. So before we actually get started, this will be a guessing game for those in chat. It's going to be like a double parter. I'm going to draw as many as I can, but it's going to be like I need the character name and I need the object that I'm drawing for said character name.
Oh.
So it's going to be a double parter, and depending on how many I get done, well, yeah, depends on how many points you get. So
I have a feeling you gave me a clue for this in the pre-stream.
I did.
Okay.
100%. 100% gave you a clue. So the game is you get 150 points per character and 50 points per item. So there's a chance for 200 points per pair that I draw today. And the name of the game is you have to guess correctly before Jessie does, but Jessie's always very courteous because she usually gets them within the first 20 minutes anyway. And she makes sure that you guys get the points. This is only for those in Confab Corner on Discord, so if you're not already part of the Discord server, you definitely should join us to get this fantastic experience points. Yes. So with that, Jessie, I give it to you, Sicky, and let's start!
Okay, I just have a super short breaking news segment, actually.
Oh my god, we have a breaking news segment?
We do,
Gasp.
yeah, because, as you may be aware, the Game Awards happened a couple of days ago.
Oh,
and,
fancy.
was it last night? Yeah. Yesterday. And, there were some trailers that got released that I just wanted to highlight, mention. I'm not going to pick apart any of them. I posted some to the Discord channel, so if you are a member of the Confab Corner, you may have seen a couple of these already. But the one that's making the rounds, that's making all the headlines, positive and negative, is The Witcher 4. And we all knew this game was coming because CD Projekt Red did a very good job of hyping us all up with a single solitary image of a Witcher medallion like 2 years ago. And no one's been able to forget about it since. But yesterday we got a 6.5 minute trailer. It was
Oh my
glorious.
god!
Yes, if you haven't watched it already and you are a fan of The Witcher, go watch it. Ciri is the protagonist. I can't wait.
That actually
I'm
really
so
excites me because I
excited.
love Ciri.
Everyone loves Ciri except for the bitches that are complaining that a woman is the protagonist. Oh my
no.
days, it's such a disaster.
Oh no.
I'm not gonna go any further into that, but
Oh no.
I know. Oh no. Such a life-ending.
Oh my gosh, man.
Anyway, other notable trailers in the Game Awards. There's an Okami sequel.
Which I'm very odd about because I'm pretty sure they had an Okami sequel. I was like, Okami Den?
Yeah, Okami Den wasn't real. Well,
Yeah.
do I classify that as a sequel or
Well,
not?
it was Amaterasu's kid.
It was.
How can that not be a sequel?
I don't know. So here's the trailer is so short, and I wouldn't even really.
It really was just
trailer. Literally, all it says is Okami sequel. Thank you, Capcom. So whether or not it is a true sequel to Okami, or if it's a sequel to Okami Den, or if Capcom's initial thought is we're gonna write off the events of Okami Den and place this sequel directly after the events of the original Okami. I don't know. This game is literally just entering production. So we're not going to see it for a while. I have no idea what it's going to, eventually be. I don't even know what it's going to be available on, to be honest with you. It's Capcom, so I
mean, didn't they first start off on PlayStation?
Yeah. But it did make it to the Switch, or not the Switch. I'm sorry, the sick brain. Help.
It did make it to the Switch, by the way.
But it was also the Switch. It was the sequel
Wii.
Before.
It was the Wii.
Yes, thank you. The Wii, the console before.
And the Wii one was difficult too.
I liked it though. I liked it a lot.
Oh, I liked it a lot on the Wii. Yeah. No, I'm not complaining about it being on the Wii. I'm complaining that it was harder on the Wii. The amount of times I had to stop that game and look at the screen, what was it that one time I got stuck and you're like, put some parchment paper on the screen?
Oh,
that was
funny. Was it the bomb?
No.
One of the ones. Oh, it was the blockhead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It still didn't work, by the way. I don't know how I got past that part, but I did, and I was like...
Well, I will tell you how we did it. We tag teamed it, and Aaron had the control, and I put my fingers on the screen.
See, I didn't have a sister or anybody who actually, wanted to play Okami with me, so I didn't get that opportunity.
That was the only way we had. And it worked. And it was really, the other way that worked that I saw some people use is if you had a TV with really bad burn-in.
Oh, they just left it on the...
Yeah! Anyway.
That was
other notable trailers. There was an Onimusha remake. That game hasn't seen an entry since Onimusha 3. There's a surprise of the night. Turok popped up towards the end of the show. I have never played Turok.
Ken loves that game.
But given the popularity of Ark, this seems like a pretty good time to bring back in
the only similarities between Turlock and Ark are the dinosaurs. Literally.
I know. I know. It looks pretty good though. It's very smooth.
Well, I hope so. With today's game.
I know. There was an entry from the guy behind Team Ico. So the people that made Ico and Shadow of the Colossus.
Oh, Echo! Okay.
The Last Guardian.
Yeah.
His game is called Gen Design, but originally it was called Project Robot, and I have chosen to call it that because Gen Design doesn't feel nice. That was a really cool trailer too. And then Naughty Dog released a trailer for their sci-fi adventure called Intergalactic. I want to play that one so bad.
I bet you do.
Oh my god, it looks so good. It's got a really nice soundtrack behind it too. Very cyberpunky feel to it, but cyberpunk in outer space.
Cyberpunk in outer space.
And then there were two from studios that I have heard of before, but this one, I don't know if it's going to catch on or not, but it had a hilarious trailer. It's called Dispatch.
Oh, yeah?
It's about a washed-up superhero that gets a desk job dispatching other superheroes.
I just realized I'm not even
to
watching
events.
chat. Let me just...
And it's a very, very tongue-in-cheek looking game. I did post that trailer to the Discord, so if you haven't yet watched it, go look at it, or you can find it on YouTube. It's called
It's
Dispatch.
very Jesse-esque that there's like 500 million messages in the gaming news section. So, have fun.
Listen, I only posted like 5.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Only
the
5?
last one yeah.
Okay.
And then the last one I wanted to mention is a game called Split Fiction. The trailer is confusing, but
I mean,
it is from the guy that made It Takes Two,
okay.
which is a couch co-op. It is only couch co-op adventure. It won Game of the Year 2 or 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago. And it's very fun. It Takes Two.
It's very.
And this game
It Takes Two. Wow.
This game looks super fun as well. Very quirky in this guy's style. This one is also only couch co-op, so you can't play it single player. And I kind of like that about this. It'll be fun to watch 2 people play this game. It was very fun to watch 2 people play It Takes Two, so I can't wait to see what comes out of Split Fiction.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to take a drinky break.
Oh no. Oh no, what am I supposed to do? I'm gonna die.
Okay, drinky break over.
Man, why did you leave me alone?
It's for like 5 seconds.
It was 5 seconds too long. 5 seconds too long.
Okay. Alright, that's it for that breaking news segment.
Wow.
I know, I just wanted to mention some of those trailers, because I didn't watch the rest of the show, but I saw those trailers afterwards.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Alright, what are we talking about today? We're talking about games you should definitely wholeheartedly go into 100% blind. Don't know anything about it. Don't spoil yourself. No trailers, nothing.
Nothing. Nada.
And I know I mentioned this during our last actual stream.
Yeah.
But we tried to keep these separate from the last topic we did about games we wish we could play over again.
Which I'm sure a lot of people probably don't even know. Or remember that stream?
It was 3 weeks ago.
It's okay if there's some overlap.
Okay.
It's okay if there's some overlap.
Yeah, there is a little bit of overlap. I mean, it was going to happen. Normally, when you think fondly back about a game that you love so much and you've played over and over and over again, you're like, man, I really wish I could play that one over again because this twist happens, or, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so...
Or like you play a game and you're like, this is not what I thought this game was about, and it's like got so much better.
Right. So, I'm gonna... If no one has a guess on your first one...
Okay, can I at least give them a hint? Because I don't think I told them what this was from.
You did not tell anyone the game, but I know the game, so yes, that's fair.
This is from Stardew Valley.
Okay, I will give everyone several minutes.
See?
And
courteous.
Great segue to the first game that I have on my list, which is Doki Doki Literature Club.
Which sounds nothing like what the game is actually about.
So not what this game is.
And I find that hilariously funny, by the way.
Well, the game looks so innocent on the surface. You look at it on its Steam page or on...
It is not the blonde lady.
Whatever storefront that you're picking it up on. And it's all pink. And the girls are cute. They're in their school uniforms. They're all happy.
That's one does, I guess, when they're going to school? Question mark?
And I think even here, I'll bring it up on Steam. I think Steam labels it as a dating sim.
What? But that's not even... But... What?
Nope, I take it back. Don't look at it on Steam. Steam does not label it as a dating sim.
Oh, what does it label it as?
It labels it as a visual horror.
Yeah, that's what I also thought
Anime. Psychological horror visual novel. Yeah, so that's absolutely not what I thought this game was.
Didn't you play it?
Huh?
Didn't you play it?
Yeah, I sure did.
But how did you forget?
I didn't play it on Steam because I didn't find it on Steam.
Oh, okay. That makes
Yeah.
way more sense. I was like, I thought you knew what the game was about, so it would make sense that it was that.
I did not find it on Steam, so I did not see these tags. The tags on Steam are put there by users, so you would think eventually the user tags on Steam would get updated so that the twist isn't ruined by the tags.
Oh, you think tagging it by what it actually is?
Yes,
Okay,
because you
okay.
look at the storefront for this thing, and like I said, it's all pink and bubbly, and the girls are all in their school uniforms, and there's like a stitched in heart, and there's it's called Literature Club. I mean, you would just think that you're a student attending this literature club. You're either here with your friends or you're trying to date one of these girls, and no.
No.
So no. What this is.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
And even when you're playing it, when you first start getting that inkling in the back of your brain, like something is not quite right.
Something's not adding up about this. I'm afraid to go out at night.
When it actually happens the first time, it doesn't ease you. The game doesn't ease you into it. The game throws you whole hog into this horror, and you're like, oh god,
man,
what have I done?
You're like, oh man, I'm starting to second guess my Steam purchase.
And then even even after that, there's still another twist.
What?
Should I say it, Erin?
I don't know.
I don't know if I should say it.
I don't think you should, because maybe somebody might want to play it for the twist.
Yeah, I think I'll hold that one in my back pocket.
Okay.
There's another twist after the initial horror of it all,
which is
when
wild
you get towards
to
the
me.
end.
Wild.
Yeah. This game was absolutely not what. And Team Salvatore is making something else in the same vein.
Okay.
And I hope, beyond hope, that it turns out just as good as Toki Doki Literature Club.
Oh, God. Okay. Goodness.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and guess this first one.
Okay.
I missed that last comment. What did that say?
Well, now it will be expected. The horror of it is a sudden turn. It can be good, but it won't be as good.
I think one of our comments got auto-deleted by
Did
the
it?
Robobobo.
Oh.
I think so.
I didn't notice it, so.
Okay. This is Abigail.
Sure is.
Mm-hmm.
Will you... I guess that... No, don't answer that. I will look it up.
Will I what?
I was going to ask you what her... Never mind, because then it'll give it away, and then I'll have to tell you can't actually guess.
I mean, well, I know what it is, but you want me to not tell you?
No, because there's several. It's not only just one usually, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's usually just the one thing I give to her, but
because it's probably the easiest.
I mean, you could pick any of the other things, but
Yeah, you'll probably get it as soon as I start drawing it.
probably so.
Oh.
You could pick the bulbous thing that has no real shape until you give it color.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now, and I gotta tell you, I'm not doing that one because you'll know it.
Okay. Well, I'm probably gonna know it anyway. She's like my second favorite person ever. I married her in one of my routes.
Of course you did.
That's why she's on our Stardew Valley photo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Your first game, ma'am,
Mm-hmm.
is Hellblade.
Oh, Senua's Sacrifice. Yeah, that was a wild one, too. I'm gonna stop doing Abigail now that she's been guest. Let me just... So... when I first heard about this game, I had no idea. This was a game I actually went in blind. And I'm kind of glad I did, because it was completely different from what I would have expected this game to be. And it was... I thought, just based off of the cover art for it, that it was gonna be, you know, Norse mythology based.
Yeah, that's what it looks like just based on the cover. I totally agree with you, and I think that's what they were going for.
Yeah, and it is actually. Have you played the game?
No, but I watched somebody play through it. I do not remember who.
Okay, so there is a lot of Norse mythology involved in this game, a lot of it. And so, yes, it's very influential in the Norse mythology, for sure. Like, 100%. But what I wasn't prepared for was the psychological horror involved in this game. There's a lot of psychology into this game, and just mental health in general. And in fact, in the credits, they actually put in that they hired psychologists and psychiatrists to get this right.
I did not know that, but that makes sense.
And I'm like, you know what? And you're thinking, okay, so it's like a puzzle. It's like a puzzle adventure, is what I would classify it as. There is fighting, but it's not. It's kind of like there's no level up system. You don't get like new weapons or anything to make it better. It's all skill. And but what you're trying to do, you're trying to find answers to something, and that's how that whole game operates. And so the real twist is at the fucking end, and there are alternate endings, which I didn't know.
I didn't know that.
But I won't touch the game anymore. It played with my mind a little bit, and I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this. So yeah, I would dive into that game. Like, if you're into the psychological horror, a really good psychological horror where they actually did their research on mental health, this is a good game to play. And that you do meet the Norse gods in this game. And there's like story and lore behind your character versus the gods' involvement with your character. And it's very interesting. It is definitely one of those games you should go in blind. 100%.
I don't remember that bit. I don't think I finished watching this person play through the game.
Oh, yeah. It's like, it's subtle. It's not something that's direct when they talk about the involvement between the gods and this one person. It's very subtle, and the only reason why I knew about it is because of the ending that I went through. And I was like, that's fucked up. But you do end up fighting, like, I don't think you fight any of the Norse gods. I think you fight their, like, they're not their lackeys, but you know what I mean? You end up fighting those. it's a very interesting game. It definitely played with my mind a lot in this game. So, yeah. Senua's Sacrifice.
Okay. Well, I similarly have a game that screwed up my brain for a couple of days. And not because the game wasn't what I thought it was. For the most part, the game was exactly what I thought it was, up until the end. And I've talked about this game before because I love it so much. It's called Soma, and it is a game about a person who I won't reveal how the game starts because that sort of reveals
Too much?
something about the end. Yeah.
It reveals too much.
As far as you know, it's about a man who works on a like an underwater rig, and they've suffered a calamity, and he's
so original.
He's stuck down there, and he has to find a way back to the surface. And the game is also labeled as a psychological horror. It is exactly that. There's one monster in the entire game.
Is it you?
No.
Oh, shit.
It's like a mostly shapeless, lumbering thing that you encounter in one of the other bases that you have to go to while you're down there. They don't even give it a name. It's a nameless.
It's a nameless,
shapeless.
Base. Oh
yep.
God. Oh.
But the ending really messed me up. This is one of those games that after I was done with it, I turned it off and I put the controller down. And for like 2 days, I thought about this game. And I was like, wow. I don't know the last time a game has made me do that. And I think after this one, it probably wasn't until either Red Dead Redemption 2 or The Last of Us that a game made me sit down and really think about it. There's something that occurs at the end that is so
traumatizing, apparently.
It could be traumatizing for some. It could be existential for others.
Was it existential
for me?
Poor Jesse. It's okay,
it was just
Jesse.
Like, oh my god. I didn't need that in a horror game.
But those are honestly, those are the true horror games, though. The Necronomicon?
The Necronomicon. I mean, that's a fair guess.
That is actually a really fair guess.
I think we should give her that.
You think so? Do you know the Stardew equivalent of that, Aaron? Did you know it was this one?
Did I know it was this one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
I never give her that because it's so fucking hard to get, but
I know, I looked at some of them like, as soon as I draw that shape, Jesse's gonna get it. As soon as I draw that shape, Jesse's gonna get it. As soon as I add the extra details, Jesse's gonna get that. I couldn't do the amethyst because obviously you're gonna get that immediately. I could have done one of the other food items and I was like, she might not have gotten that one.
Yeah, if you'd done one of the food items, especially the eel, I probably wouldn't have got that because it's just a circle until you start filling it in.
Is that what you were trying to get me to draw, or was it the amethyst?
The amethyst.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm like, no thank you. Yeah. You would get that immediately. Actually, so the Book of Being Sad Forever, a Stardew Tale. Ugh. That's okay. It's okay if you don't remember, Aaron. We'll give it to you because that's That's literally like the RL version of Stardew's like Necron. Damn, I can't say Necronomicon.
Necronomicon.
Good. Okay. Anyway, yeah, we'll give that to you.
It's called the Monster Compendium.
Which I think is funny. But it's so Abigail though. Wanting the yeah.
Very much.
So this is like a perfect little thing for her. The other one I was thinking of, Jessie, was I was gonna draw banana pudding.
Oh.
Because that's also one of her loves.
I'm not sure I would have got that either. The Necrocomicon? Sure, why not?
The Necrocomicon? It's just a convention full of like comic nerds that are into like fuck, what's the art of bringing back the dead?
Necromancy?
Mm-hmm.
Boy,
there it is.
That'd be a really weird convention.
It's just a bunch of comic nerds going. Okay, anyway.
Okay, the next game on your list, and you put any of them, so I'm just gonna let you pick.
Oh yeah?
Resident Evil.
Okay, I did put any of them because honestly, you could pick any game and dive in 100% blind. So even if you've watched the movies, it's still different from the movies. Honestly,
it's so wildly different from the movies.
So you could watch the movies and then dive into the game and still go in. Justin, no, no, bad Justin, you're in timeout.
Get the squirt bottle.
Anyway, so you could watch the movies and then dive into the games. It'd be a completely different experience. It would be similar in that, Umbrella Corporation's your antagonist. They developed a virus or,
Nomia Jojovic.
Any biological warfare. Because I think each game has, like, a different, like, biological thing.
Yes, each game has a different, except for the last two. The last two each have the same virus.
Yeah, so you could dive into any of the games and 100% blind. It would be a completely different experience. And each game, while it has like the same story plot line of you gotta beat the bad guy and like try and like make something normal out of the chaotic apocalypse you're in, each one has like slightly different details, slightly different lore, and then they have like, so a couple of the games have, overlapping characters.
Sorry, it's a fungus, Erin. Jesus.
Anyway, so there's like slightly different variations of the games. So actually, I'm gonna put this in here. Oh, that's not where you belong, sad face. Anyway, yeah. So you could dive into any. You son of a bitch. You could dive into any of the games blind and it would be a completely different experience. And I suggest doing it that way because I feel like the lore in the game's so much more in depth than the lore you would get from the movies anyway.
Oh, so much more.
Yeah, so you could learn more about like how Umbrella Corporation got to where it was, the weird shit they've been doing all throughout the games. While the games and the characters in the games are technically connected, I feel like each game is its own thing. So you don't really need too much knowledge if you wanted to start off with like 4 or 5 versus 1 and 2. It helps because the later games also have characters from the earlier games, and so their earlier like lore is from the earlier games. So you just kind of have to like deduce it.
Anything after 4, you are helped a lot by at least knowing some of what has happened.
Yeah.
In the previous games, especially 6 and on.
Yeah.
But 7 and 8, with the exception of the appearance of one character, they really do stand on their own.
Mm-hmm. So that's why this is on its list, because it's different from the movies and you get a whole new experience with the games. You learn more about the whole Resident Evil franchise as a whole, between the characters and the antagonist company, and how all that grows, how it gets worse over the years, quote, quote, over the years. So I definitely feel like, yeah.
Fun fact, I have an Umbrella Corporation wallet. I love Resident Evil.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway.
I keep waiting for a certain someone to pop up in Resident Evil again. And he, despite the fact that we killed him in a previous entry, every time I play a Resident Evil game, I'm like, is that Wesker? Is that Wesker?
He's very elusive. Like, he only shows up in like a few games.
I feel like he's not dead though.
I don't
Even
know.
though 100%
It's like Star Wars.
we killed him.
It's like Star Wars. Like, they're never really gone. Like, unless you see the body and it doesn't disappear in Resident Evil, they're still alive. They have to be.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of explain that in 5, actually. That whole,
That
like,
is
mechanic.
True.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Yep. Sorry, I'm trying to get the face right. Why is it so hard?
I don't know.
Why is it so hard, Jesse?
I don't know. Who is he?
I don't know, Jesse. You'll have to guess.
I mean, there's only like 8 guesses to make.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Justin! Listen, you've been sprayed once. Don't make me spray you again. Anyway.
Okay.
Where were we?
My next game.
Mm-hmm.
Oops, I was supposed to. My next game is Cyberpunk 2077.
Of course it is. Why am I not surprised?
Okay, there's a couple of reasons that I would want to play this one again. The first one is because, everyone's experience was so bad when we first started it.
Oh, oh no.
And so I feel like going in blind would just eradicate all the jank from the initial launch of Cyberpunk 2077. This was the jankiest game I have ever
So why is it on your list?
What?
Why is it on your list if it's on the... It's
okay.
Janky ass
It's on my
stuff?
list because...
Oh no.
Once they fixed it... it's a gem. And the events that happen in the prologue, specifically, are the reason that I want to keep playing the game.
Oh.
The thing that happens at the very beginning of the game. Not even the twist endings that you can get. Not even the really well-written quests. Not even the fantastic voice acting. Not even all the other things. The stuff that happens at the beginning of the damn game. It's like the first 2 hours. That's the reason I want to come back and keep playing this game. And it doesn't really lose its impact either. When you keep... Yes, these are starter characters.
All of them are going to be starter.
I know who this is.
No, you don't. Stop playing.
Yes,
Stop playing. Stop playing. You don't know anything about what I'm drawing right now. How did you figure it out? I'm barely like 3 lines in.
It's his hair.
I think you need to mind your business and continue streaming.
Okay. I won't say it, and if somebody else gets it, then good for them. It's I won't reveal what happens in the prologue because that would just
Ruin it.
Aaron. No.
Wow. Okay. I mean, well, okay, Jesse. To be fair, you already knew who I already drew. Like before we started stream, because I did one character before stream, and
You
Jesse
did.
already knew. So technically speaking, you know only because of a process of elimination.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm still trying to figure out how I'm gonna do the fucking hair. Oh my god.
Anyway, as I was saying, I
Yep.
won't
As one
I won't
does.
go into Huh?
As one does.
Okay.
Yep.
I won't go into detail about what happens in the prologue. But it's the same thing for every route that you pick. And so no matter which playstyle you choose, you're gonna have the same experience. And it is impactful, and there's no getting around it. And while I wish I could change it, I can't. And it's very good storytelling. So that's the reason Cyberpunk 2077 is on here.
That is incorrect, but you're on the right path.
Okay. Funnily enough, your next one is Stardew Valley.
Wow. Yeah, I got like no details about why you should go into this game blind, other than you should probably go into this game blind. Because when you look at it, you're like, oh, it's another cozy farm sim, and it's anything but. So
This Stardew Valley surprised me with how deep it was.
oh yeah, there's like oh. Aaron, you were close with the doctor. I just need the correct name. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, like I said, I don't really have a in-depth explanation of why you should play this game 100% blind, other than it's not like a quote-unquote farm sim you would think of. It is a farm sim, but it's more than just a farm sim, and more than just finding a bachelor. There's in-depth, lore between each character, and a little bit of lore about the land itself, and there's just more to it than what everything. Aaron just listing off names right now.
She's getting closer.
Anyway, so yeah, I don't know how else to describe this game, and I can't fucking get this person's hair right. God damn it! Why is it so damn hard?
I don't know, Mel. Why is it so?
It's not supposed to be hard. Hubby, stop. Oh, okay. It's just like. Anyway, so yeah, that's all I got for Stardew. Is that it's just more than what it seems.
I agree with you. It is more than it seems.
Okay. Maybe this is
when I first started playing Stardew, like seriously.
Okay.
Oh man.
It is an H name, by the way. The rattling you hear is the hail dropping on my house.
Oh, it is hailing.
Yeah, it's hailing.
Oh.
Yeah. It's like, pea-sized ain't nothing, but there's a lot of it dropping, so.
Aaron, you were right. It is hailing.
Yeah.
Anyway, as I was saying, the sheer amount of stuff to do in this game
Oh yeah.
is what surprised me, because I was just thinking like, oh, it's just another farm sim, and I'll, have to go do this quest to go meet the villagers.
You'll have to like make this crop and
yeah,
like
and then
bam,
sudden you find out
crafting.
Yeah, all of a sudden you find out like the villagers have schedules and birthdays and family lives that you can uncover, and there's a church, and some of them actually go to church.
Yeah, it's a little crazy.
there's 2-3 mines, and that you can befriend the homeless man, and there's a whole stigma to the homeless
yes!
man.
Ah! Sorry. I love that man, though.
There's deep social interactions in this game that I was not anticipating. That hair looks much better.
Yeah, and, I'm trying very hard. As you can tell.
And like just stuff that I was not expecting to encounter.
Yeah, exactly.
In a pixel art game.
and that's what's the great part, is that it is a pixel art game, but it's so well done. It is kudos to the developer, because I'm gonna get it wrong and I don't feel like saying it. So Jesse, give me the developer name.
His name is Eric Barone.
But he's from Cornered Ape, right? Concerned Ape? Cornered Ape?
Concerned Ape.
Thank you. That's who I was going with.
Was just him.
Well, I know, but anyway. Yeah, so kudos to him for making a fantastic game that's not only like... it is a quote-unquote cozy game, unless you go through one part of the game, and then it's fucking stressful as fuck. If you play Stardew, you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Anyway, so yeah, kudos. It was brilliant. I'm excited to see what else he can bring to the table, because he brought in the update for the game, and also chef's kiss, amazing. So yeah.
Okay, Aaron, I'm gonna give you this one. I'm also gonna give you the points because you're trying very, very hard and you got so close. His name is Harvey.
You just give it to her.
You were so close with Harry. I thought you would get it.
That's funny. For me.
Now the question is, which of his favorite items are you going to draw, and will I remember it?
I don't know. Maybe.
I know 3 of them.
Then you'll probably get it.
I mean, 2 of them look exactly the same.
Yeah.
So pick one of those, and I won't get it until you start coloring it, pretty much.
Yeah, right.
Unless you write what it is on the thing.
Now I'm having trouble with his nose. Oh, nose.
That's too bad. Okay. My next one, unless I die from coughing. My next one is FNAF.
Of course it is.
Any of them. Five Nights at Freddy's. I have an order that I prefer these games. Everyone does if you've played the FNAF games. But for me, it doesn't matter in this context because I'm going to take this kind of as a whole chunk when referring to you should go into this entire series without knowing anything, if that's at all possible anymore at this point, because they've received so much hype. And now there's, of course, a movie, There's going to be another one.
It just looks creepy. Okay, we're just gonna
and
do that.
and all the most popular
Jesus.
YouTubers have played it. Matt Pat did like 180 some odd analysis videos on FNAF. So, if it's humanly possible on planet Earth to start playing Five Nights at Freddy's with zero upfront knowledge,
I apologize.
you should do that.
It's just getting worse.
You don't have control over the hail. I'm surprised that we haven't dropped connection yet.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Don't jinx it though. Keep going.
So, Five Nights at Freddy's, it is not the fact that the jump scares are good. It's the fact that there's so much weird, bizarre, intriguing lore to Five Nights at Freddy's. That's the reason that I think people should start playing FNAF, the series, blind. And you don't even really start to uncover that as just a casual player of the game. You have to be pointedly digging for it while you're playing the game. So you have to know it's there, which is kind of a catch-22. If you go into the game blind and you don't know the lore is there, how are you going to find it unless you're just tripping over it? Which some people did. And so that's kind of how we uncovered it to begin with. But yeah, it's so fun to watch people discover all the weird, silly, sometimes stupid, pieces of lore that Scott Cawthon et al. Have crammed into the various Five Nights at Freddy's. And I am a lore hound, so it's super fun for me to go hunt down all that stuff. Even if I'm not playing the game myself, I do own almost all of them. But even if I'm like watching other people's videos and I'm picking apart other people's gameplay, it's still very fun. That's one of those games that itches that or scratches that itch, that conspiracy theorist itch that I have.
The conspiracy theorist. Wow.
It's lore crafting is fun.
Yeah, that's why you watch it all the time on YouTube.
That is why I watch it all the time. So this is either the wine or the truffle oil.
You were correct with your first.
The wine?
It was the wine.
Okay.
Because we all know only the real ones like the wine.
Dr. Harvey is a lush.
What?
That's what you're called when you like wine.
Oh, yeah? I had no idea.
You're a lush.
I just learned something new.
Hey, I learned you a new term.
You learned me a new term?
I learned you a new term.
Mm.
You're a lush.
Yes. Luscious,
Okay.
maybe.
Okay. You also have a franchise as your next game.
Do I?
Dark Souls.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Any of them. Just any of them. Go in blind.
I feel like just about anything FromSoft makes at this point, you should just go in with no preconceptions, no trailers, no leaks, no nothing.
Yeah. And
including, by the way, I forgot to put this in the breaking news segment. new Elden Ring.
Yeah. No
Coming.
one knows how they feel about the new Elden Ring coming, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, there's like mixed, and I don't know how to describe it, enjoyment or like mixed hype about it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I spent the entire time I watched that trailer going, what the fuck is that?
Well, someone on TikTok like explained it further. It's a Monster Hunter-esque game. It's the mechanics of the game are almost completely different from the original Elden Ring.
Huh.
Which is why fans are like not in agreement about how they feel about it yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, there you go. More you know. Anyway, speaking of more you know, look at the wine bottle.
Yeah, Dark Souls.
Wine bottle. Okay.
What about Dark Souls? Speak.
You can calm your fucking titties for a second and let me think.
Okay,
God.
fine. I'll just sit here and sippy.
Jeez. Oh my god, my brain farted and I was being attacked. Yeah, so Dark Souls is like, you know, you go into the game and it looks very straightforward. It's a fighting game. You've got to beat whoever the antagonists are, which you don't know because there's many of them. At least with Elden Ring, you have like kind of sort of a set antagonist, but in the entire Dark Souls franchise, there's no set, you know, like final boss kind of thing. Except, you know, at the very, very end when you kind of get a glimpse of it and you're like, okay. But it's not very direct about it. And another thing about Dark Souls that I really enjoy is the fact that they have hidden lore. So you could just play the game, fight the mobs, and fight the bosses to get to the end, to defeat the final boss, defeat the game. But where's the fun in that? They have lore hidden in books, in other NPCs.
Yeah, that's what
everywhere in this game.
So, Bloodborne and Dark Souls, and to a certain extent, Elden Ring, but not nearly as much in Elden Ring. They pack their lore into item descriptions and other things.
Fascinating.
You can totally miss if you are not looking at the shit you pick up, because there's very little dialogue in Dark Souls and Bloodborne. It's not handed to you. You have to find it.
You sure do. But that's also what makes the game super fun too, is that you have to find it. So you can't it won't be handed to you like a, like a baby.
It's not like a Legend of Zelda either, where there's 25 years of back lore to go back on. You know what's happening. And so you can kind of take a guess at what might be happening. This is fresh and brand new. It was the same with Sekiro.
Sekiro.
You have literally no idea what's going on. And you have to either make a willful choice to find it or move on.
Yep.
You just have no idea.
I'm just gonna do the 2 characters for now.
Huh?
I'm gonna do the 2 characters for now.
Oh, okay.
Because I also realized I lost all of Abigail's sketching because I fucking deleted it like a dumbass.
No, did you really?
Yeah, so I had to go back and like figure out the details again.
Oh. Okay, so is this a new character or is this her again?
No, this is her again.
Okay.
I just said that. I just said I was going back to Abigail. And you're like, oh, really?
Okay, I missed that part. I heard you
commented.
say... No, I heard you say that you deleted it. But I didn't hear you say
You
that
did, because you said... You responded, dear.
Okay, so to be fair to me, I had muted my mic and I was blowing my nose. I didn't actually hear that bit.
Anyway.
Some behind the scenes for you that you all didn't need to know.
Some behind the scenes of the shittery going down right now.
Alrighty. My next game, games. I packed these two together because they came out at the same time. They were very, very similar in nature, and their twists were
Goodness. Dying over here.
Oh man. Alright, hang on.
Oh my. Jesse's over here dying and shit and leaving me alone in this cruel, cruel world. How could you? I don't know how to...
Don't disparage me like that.
I don't know how to navigate through this world. I'm scared she's not here.
I just need more water and more cough drop.
He left me.
Cough drop is not working. I've gone through 2, 4, 5. This will be my 6th one.
Jesus. It's okay. 6th one since we started stream.
Today.
Okay, well, that's not too terrible. It's already 4, so...
Mm-hmm. Alright.
Anyway, where were we?
The next 2 games on my list are Half-Life and Perfect Dark. And Half-Life got significantly more attention than Perfect Dark. Perfect Dark got eclipsed by the Half-Life franchise.
Doesn't surprise me.
Well, I think it wasn't helped by the fact that Perfect Dark had an underground sort of console release, and Half-Life had a PC release, so it was more available to PC players, and it was hype on those people who had already
oh my,
sort of received the God, what came before that? Sick brain doesn't want to brain.
I couldn't even tell you.
There was an engine.
Unreal Engine?
No. Forget I said it.
What?
Anyway.
But, okay.
I'm not going to think of it, so I'm not going to sit here trying to think of it for 5 minutes.
Okay.
But just point made, Perfect Dark got eclipsed by Half-Life. But Perfect Dark was so much fun. And when I heard the news that it was getting remade, oh my, you should have heard me in this room. I'm jumping up and down.
I'm sure I could do context clues.
Yeah,
just based off of what I know about you.
I was pretty fucking excited. But the twist endings to both of the weird shit in general that happens in both of those games is reason enough to go in blind. And there's some truly bizarre stuff that bizarre isn't even a strong enough word to describe some of the stuff that happens in both of those games. And so Half-Life, for instance, you start the game just assuming that you are a scientist and some sciencey stuff goes wrong.
Some sciencey stuff.
And that's what happens. Some sciencey stuff goes wrong.
Isn't that how a lot of those types of games start off? It's like, a scientist discovers blah blah blah. Oh yeah. Scientist lets out blah blah blah. Oh, yes. Apocalypse.
But the sciencey stuff that goes wrong in Half-Life goes so wildly wrong.
Oh my.
Yeah, it could not have gone more wrong.
Oh my.
And then Perfect Dark. I can't say what happens at the end.
You sure can't.
Dang it.
Womp. Womp.
there's something that happens at the end. You just have to play it. It is a female protagonist in Perfect Dark.
Oh
and
no.
you are right. It's like 007 on steroids. But if 007 was kind of cyberpunky, what's more futuristic 007? Or like if you took Laura Croft and threw her 300 years into the future.
Through her! Oh
But
my
instead
god.
of raiding tombs, she's a...
I believe in you.
Don't believe in me right now.
I believe that you can do it.
Joanna. That was her name. And I can't remember if she worked for the army or if she was like a super secret agent or something.
Super agent.
That game was so fun. So pixelated though. Holy cow. You remember the pixelated boobs on
Oh god.
on
Yes.
Lara Croft?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was the same look that Joanna Dark had for the first game.
Well, okay then.
Yeah. Doesn't diminish from the gameplay,
Some
but
big words there, just
diminish?
diminish.
That was a big word?
I don't know. Might be to some
Okay.
people.
Okay. Anyway.
Indeed. Indeed.
I really hope when this game gets re-released eventually, some place down the road,
Some point.
yeah, that they could do it justice, because it did get so eclipsed by Half-Life, and it's it's still so worthy of being remade. I mean, Half-Life got all those sequels, and I think Perfect Dark only got one.
That makes
Is that
me
right?
sad. Makes me sad.
I'm not sure that's right.
Are you sure? Are you sure you're not sure? Are you sure you're not sure? Are you
It
sure?
maybe got two. I mean, it was Crystal Dynamics, so it's the same people as Lara Croft, and they didn't last very long after the initial release of Perfect Dark. They got bought up and then they died.
What?
So, I don't know. We'll see. Okay. I only have one more on my list. Do you have any that's not on this list right now?
Man, my brain was so fucking fried this entire stream. 7 Days to Die is a good game to go in blind.
Is it?
Yeah, because honestly, when you look at the title art for the game, you would think it's just another zombie game, which it is. It's another zombie game. But then you add elements like base building and horde mechanics. And after 7 days, you get a blood moon and a horde comes. So there's not like a lot of story involved in 7 Days to Die. It's just a survival game, kind of to see how far you can make it before you die from hordes. And then they have like different zombies like you would see in Left 4 Dead. Left 4 Dead, where they got special abilities and everything. But I definitely think you should go into that game blind, just because it's not just your regular zombie game. There's more to it. There's more exploration. There's more There's just more.
Did you get that message?
I did get a message. We're gonna ignore it until the end of the stream.
Oh, I see.
Anyway, so yeah, that's all I got.
Okay. So my last one then, huh?
Yep. Go for gold, Jess. Go for gold.
Oh, this is a good one to end on. My last one, and this is my dying wish to see this game remade, is KOTOR. If this game
Knights
ever
of the
makes
Old
it out
Republic, for those who don't know.
Yeah, if this game ever gets out of the development hell that it seems to be stuck in right now.
Probably not.
I mean, I think it will eventually. I can die happy. I will be over the moon when this game finally gets announced that it's actually going to happen. I mean, the devastation I felt when they came out and said, "Oh, this remake is gonna be indefinitely on hiatus."
Yeah, crushed. I remember that.
Okay.
Yep.
Why is it on this list? If you've played it, you know. If you haven't played it, then I'm not sure I can adequately explain it to you, but I will do my best. The gameplay, if you've played just the there was a remastered version.
Of course there was.
Years ago,
Of course it was.
Yeah. The gameplay is jank. I am just going to tell you straight up. It feels clunky. So don't base your opinion on
the
gameplay remastered version, please. Because at the time, it felt really just a cut above. And it hasn't aged well. But if they remaster, or if they remake it, then I think it will really surpass its original. There was a lot of lightsaber customization in the original one.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, and they carried that over pretty well to the new entries. The what are those games called? Brain no worky.
The Old Republic? Oh no, that's KOTOR.
The EA ones.
The Knights of the Battle. What the hell are they called? It was the Star Wars Battlefield version.
Anyway, people know what I'm talking. The EA ones, you know.
If you know, you know.
The writing was fantastic, and the twist at the end in Fallen Order, that's the one.
Battlefront. There was also but Battlefront's also owned by EA.
Yeah, but I was talking about Fallen Order.
Yeah, but you could. Okay.
Not
specific
the ending. So the ending for KOTOR.
Mm-hmm.
Not only was it something that anyone who played Knights of the Old Republic was not anticipating, but if you played it a certain way, so there were two endings to Knights of the Old Republic.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh man.
And you could choose to I can't even say that, can I? Shit.
You're hyping people up too much, Jess.
Hang on, does that give away anything if I say this?
I don't know.
Let me think for a second.
Okay. Okay. We'll let you think.
I'm
just kidding.
I don't think it does. You can choose to align yourself with the light side or the dark side, and it would change which ending you got.
Yeah, that doesn't give
So
anything away. That's
yeah, so
fun.
like Justin was saying, he got the good ending. I'm not going to say what the good ending was. I'm not going to say what the bad ending was. One of them is considered canon. The other one is not.
What?
Listen, we've had this conversation multiple times about the fucked up canonicity of the Star Wars timeline. This game in Star Wars Legends is canon.
What the hell? But why?
Because two of the characters...
Because Disney, that's why.
Because, no. Legends, I said. So, pre-Disney.
Oh, this predates Disney. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, two of these characters recur. And I swear that we were going to see one of them in one of the live-action shows. It wasn't him.
I think you were very disappointed, too.
I was extremely disappointed.
Because you're like, the signs are there!
His voice actor was in the show. What was I supposed to think?
Magic, I don't know.
Every time that man is in a Star Wars show, I'm gonna think it's him.
Of course you are. Of course you are. It's okay, Jesse. It's okay to be disappointed. It's okay.
Listen, the time frame was right. I'm not gonna go on about it. I've already gone on about it already.
Okay.
Yeah. The endings are even a little bit surprising as to which one is considered quote unquote good. And Justin, you can tell me if you think that that's an accurate statement. Yeah, it's just, this was writing from a team that really had it together. This was a key BioWare release. This was the height of BioWare.
Oh, yeah?
Back when BioWare was still good.
Back in the days. Back in the days of old.
Makes me sad for old days BioWare.
Poor Jesse. It's okay, Jesse. It's okay, Jesse.
It was so good, though. I almost bought the remastered version for my Switch. And then I thought about it and I was like, this probably isn't going to play very well.
Were you right?
I didn't buy it, so I don't know.
Oh, I thought you said you did. My bad.
No, but I bought, when Nintendo re-released GoldenEye, I did buy that. And when I popped it in, and I started playing it, I was like, oh no, I've forgotten how to play. And then I realized, no, I haven't forgotten how to play. The controls are awful. So I just know the controls are awful in this one too. So I didn't buy it, but yeah, I have hope that this game will see an actual remake, not a remaster.
Oh.
But please don't spoil it for yourself before it comes out. It's so good.
Okay, Jesse.
That's it for my list.
Unfortunate.
Well, I don't think I can go on talking for too much longer.
Why not?
Sicky.
Nah. What's being sick nowadays? It's okay.
All of this stuff.
It's okay.
Yep.
It's okay.
So let me pull up this schedule.
I do believe our next stream is in January.
Our next stream is in January. Let's see. What do we have It is January the 4th, if I'm looking at the schedule right.
Mm. I got nothing. Just wow.
Okay. Yes, January the 4th is our next scheduled stream, guys. So this is our last stream
Of
for
2024.
2024.
Wow.
January 4th, I have scheduled our very first JRPG.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That'll be an
the
interesting
memories.
conversation.
The memories.
All right. Take it away there, Mel.
Oh, it's my turn now? Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just Well, thank you guys for joining us on our stream. And to those who won points from guessing correctly, you know who you are, Aaron.
I think I owe you 200 points.
Yeah, thanks for joining on our stream with my burnout brain and Jesse's little sticky. And we'll see you in January of 2025. So this is our last 2024 stream. I hope everyone has a great holiday season and a happy new year. And if you have to work, may God have mercy on your soul. But they should pass a law that says you can punch at least one person in retail. But for real, please take care of yourselves during this holiday season. It is very stressful for many people on many different fronts. So don't forget to take time for yourself and do some self-care. That's very important. And we will see you in 2025. Now, for those of you still in chat and you live in the Fresno area, I will be once again at the Brass Unicorn on the 21st, which is next Saturday. I'm hoping to have some of my stickers restocked by then, but it's a toss-up. So just come in and say hi. I go for the vibes. The vibes are very nice. I'm hoping the cookie lady is there because she has very good snickerdoodles, and I highly recommend.
Ooh, I want some snickerdoodles.
Yes, and everybody's super nice and chill. And so if you're still looking for like last minute gifts for everybody, there's going to be other vendors there. There's going to be something that you can buy for somebody. So help support small businesses, small art businesses, and let's start off this holiday season supporting one another. All right. And Jesse posted it up, but join our Discord server at Confab Corner. We have doodle times where I do live art sessions where you can actually talk to me and not like type it all out if you wanted to. And watch parties and game nights. We have a lot going on. We also have a bot game that's oddly competitive, but also oddly wholesome, depending. So don't ask me how that works. I still don't know.
I just caught my favorite the other day. I'm so happy it finally came up.
Yes. So, yeah, join us on Confab Corner for all the good stuffs. We are also going to be doing something special in January. So if you're already not in the Discord server, I highly recommend that you do come in so you can join in on this special thing happening in January. And yeah, and then join me on social media if Discord's not your thing, on Facebook or Instagram at Mel's Log. You'll get all the updates pertaining to artwork that I do, to updates on panel protagonist schedules, where I will be in the wild, etc., etc. Sometimes I just post from nothing, which happens a lot. But Confab Corner is definitely where it's at. Everybody gets an exclusive sneak peek before it goes to other social media. And oh, this is the best part, guys, because I know I've been telling you this for like the last 7 months. The online store is finally live.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! And oddly enough, it's got Stardew stuff in there. So, I have not only stickers but keychains as well. That's in the melslawcomics.com store. You can also find the panel protagonist stream schedule, which unfortunately now just has like nothing because it's like the 2024 schedule is still there, but this is our last 2024 stream. So, but I also have the convention dates that I go to events for. I think I'm pretty sure next weekend's going to be my last 2024 event. But be sure to tune in January to know if the convention schedule gets updated, because I am already confirmed for a couple of events for next year, including those in February that are pretty big. So, yeah, MelzelComics.com store, or MelzelComics.com in general. And with that, Jesse, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Panel protagonists out. Bye.
Goodbye.